Hey, Coach Fusion coming at you here. Just a quick review of the Low-glycal app so that I can show you what I was talking about in my last video. When we were talking about the 2-hour insulin rule, I mentioned this, and it's an app by Dr. DUNHAM. And we'll just open the app up here now, take a little quick peek. So it's a very simple app. It is not for recording your food, but it's for checking your meals before you eat them, which would be a much better idea. So see the apps by BioFit, but that's actually Dr. Jeffrey S. Dunham, MD, PhD, MPH, Medical Director of BioFit Medical Group and graduate of Harvard Medical School, and it is based on the latest medical research. I just wanted to say that because I want you to know just who he is, and I've met him in person, I've read his book, and I've actually given it to a few people in my family and friends that have used it, and they're all raving about it, including my father, who loves using this app because it taught him so much. So just at the bottom there it says the total number of glycals in a meal equals the total number of calories in a meal that will be stored as fat. Okay, so we're just going to go through how to use it. Like, there's a whole section using the Low-glycal app that you can read through, and serving size information, that's important, so you can see just what he's talking about. If you say, oh, like one piece of bread or one bagel or a bowl of cereal, or medium-sized apple, peach, pear, banana, that kind of stuff. So we'll just get right into it here, and we're going to say we're going to add a food, and we'll just take a typical breakfast. I'm going to go through 2 breakfasts because you're going to be able to see the difference. So we'll go pasta and grains. Let's even just say, look, all brand cereal, like that's full of fiber, right? It's good for us. We'll add another food here. We'll put some fruit in there. We'll put a banana on that. And then we'll add something else there. We've got to put some milk in there. Let's see, we can do a little search here too. They have that as well. You can just search for it. So milk. Enter. Great. So let's look at, skim milk's low fat, right? Now we'll get into that. Milk that's low fat is milk that's loaded with sugar because it's not milk anymore. I've already made a couple of posts on that, but I do need to do a video. So now we're just we're going to hit calculate here. Way up in the red. So total calories 385. Now remember, you've heard me in my other videos saying calories do not matter unless they're in the presence of insulin in your blood. And we'll get into that because that is what this app is teaching us. Now, you can see what is the problem here. So typically people be like, oh, fruit, it's great for me. Well, it's not, especially if you're already metabolically damaged, which means that you've progressed down the road of insulin resistance to such an extent that it's already creating a lot of problems with your metabolism, which can then begin to exhibit in other symptoms like sleep apnea, depression, hormonal imbalances. There's a whole pile of them. So we'll just subtract out a part of the banana. So we'll go in half of what it was, and we'll calculate again. You'll see it's almost down out of the red status now. And we'll get into this. So as you look at the total calories here, 328. And the total glycemic load, that's like a moderate glycemic load. And I explained that in my last video, the 2-hour insulin rule, what glycemic load is. So you can flip back over there and check that out too. And the total glycals are 58. So that's the glycals or calories stored as fat again. So he said it so that if there's less than 25 calories in each meal that are stored, he's going to say that's a green meal. All right, yellow meal, glycals, anything above 25 up to 50, and then it's red if it's more than 50 calories per meal that gets stored. So let's take that down to a quarter of a serving and recalculate it. See how easy it is? And now we're down into the yellow. So you make up your own mind with this app and using it just to analyze your diet. So let's take out half of the serving of skim milk, which, by the way, so that takes it down to like a 6-ounce glass, and we'll recalculate, and you see it goes down a little lower, but it's still not a lot. Now I'm going to put in here now a meal that I would recommend someone to eat for breakfast. Right? So you're looking at like a small glass of skim milk, a quarter of a banana, and 2 ounces of all brand cereal. Like a baby couldn't even live on this amount of calories. And this is where I'm getting at. You still need the calories. So you're looking at 245 calories. If you ate 6 meals per day, right? That's still only 1,200 calories. That is like a subsistence. You couldn't live on that. Okay, so let's just remove these out. And we're going to start again. And I'm going to add in what I would eat typically for breakfast. So let's start off with an egg. So I'll have a fried egg, because again, fat's not bad. And I'm going to make it, so we'll have 3 eggs. Now I just want to show you something. You can calculate each food by itself. See how it doesn't even move? There's more calories in this meal now. There's 0 glycals. Nothing will get stored. I hope you're starting to imprint this into your mind. Okay, now we'll add another food in here. Again, I'm going to use some fruit, and we'll put in a banana again, because I want to make an example here. We'll calculate it. Got to show you a little thing. Now, you see, it's just in the calories are far higher, but it's still an orange. It's like you putting it yellow. So we'll put it down to half and do it again. And you see now it is actually in the green, even though it's almost double the calories, and you're still able to eat half of your banana, but all the other foods that are in the meal now are non-carbohydrates. So the total amount of carbohydrate is much lower. You can look there and see total glycemic load is 5. It's very, very low. Okay? So if we then increase the calories, even if we put it up by 1 egg, you're going to see that it will quickly climb up. Just you can see that the ratio between the total calories and the glycemic load is what's really, really important there. So you can eat your fruit and you can eat your carbohydrates, just like he's saying, but you have to use an app like this and educate yourself first. So this isn't about tracking your food for the rest of your life. It's about you beginning to understand what it is that you can have with each meal and how to adjust it around. Okay, so I can add in here, let's put in some bacon. I like bacon with our eggs. Put in some bacon, fried. We'll put in 1 serving, and we'll decrease that to like 3 eggs. That's typical. Anyone can eat 3 eggs. That's great. And we'll put in some mushrooms. Fried. There we go. Now we'll hit calculate. See how it's going up into the red again? We're going to see there's the culprit. So let's take it down. And this is where you had to start thinking to yourself, do I really need that banana in the morning? And we'll just take it out and we'll recalculate. And you can see it's completely in the green. And you're getting 1,000 calories. So do you see what's going on here? You can eat tons of calories, but without the influence of insulin. See the glycemic load there is only 1, right? So we'll take it down to like 2 eggs. This will be like something that a typical, even like a smaller woman could eat during the day. Someone that's quite diminutive. 600 calories, 0 glycemic load, only 2 calories stored as fat. And that's why this app is so useful, because it is an educational tool. So I hope this was very helpful to you, and I'll get back to you on the next video. Awesome.